Hi guys, welcome back for another one. I am Mr. Free to Play. That is right, I'm a free to play player and I give free to play player advice, tips, tricks, and other things. This is the video that a lot of people asked me questions about after my very first video in the Resource Management 101 series, and that is the most efficient teams for clearing the highest level of the challenges. And yes, I'm well aware that there's a patch on the horizon that has been data mined to include new challenge tiers, so these teams may not hold up against the new challenge tiers, but in any case, I will update this Resource Management 101 video once I have a clear understanding of the characters that are viable for clearing the highest challenge possible and the most efficient. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Alright, in case this is your very first time catching a Resource Management 101 video, well, what is Resource Management 101? It is my rating system of how useful a character is, and yes, it does vary from OMG's. I just recently found out, like a couple days ago, that he does kind of a similar thing, but he rates in things that I don't, so yes, there is some difference between his list, my list. My list is more towards getting sustainable resources, as where his list also includes game modes that the meta does change. So what are the things that I look at? Do they unlock a legendary? Are they useful in monthly events? Are they meta to clear the highest tier and challenges, which is what this video is going to talk about? Useful in U7 and DD3 essential. Now I will not dive into these characters as how they relate to other things here. I may mention a thing or two, but overall I am not going to dive into other game modes. And like I said earlier, this does not include things like War and Arena. They will get their separate video in their separate space. But for efficiency for sustainable resources, these two are currently not included. Like I said, I will evaluate them on their own in separate videos when the time comes or when it's highly requested. And because I promised you guys I would get these videos done in as little time as possible, let's jump right on into it. First up, Gold Rush Challenge. These are for city characters only. Now this is the only challenge I don't have a whole lot of variables for. The other challenges we'll talk about the variables, but this one seems to be pretty standard. And once again, guys, these are things I looked up on various Discords or that have been shared with me on my Discord. And if you're someone who wants to share this kind of information with me, you can join my Discord. Link is in the description down below and share stuff with me. As one of these teams on this list just changed recently because someone shared it with me and it kind of reminded me that I should really do this video for you guys. So Gold Rush Challenge, the 5 characters are Symbiote Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom, Ms. Marvel, Ghost Rider, and they're being reported to do it as little as 260k. And that's collection power in case you guys don't know, and the K stands for 1,000. Hopefully everyone knows that, but if not, I like to explain it just in case. Now there is no variant for this one. The 3 symbiotes pretty much do all the work here. You want characters that can put in a little work themselves, maybe keep themselves alive, a little sustain, and boom, you are golden in this one. But yes, the 3 symbiotes are pretty much essential. Next up, Catalyst of Change, which is blaster characters only. And this one's actually the very last challenge that I cleared personally myself, because this one takes an array of characters that are way different from all the other challenges. And this is the recommended team at the lowest CP recorded: Falcon, Human Torch, War Machine, Karath, and Ultron. Now I did start putting borders around these characters and they stand for something. So the green ones are pretty much essential, or ones that show up in almost every single person's data that I've collected. Falcon, Karath, and Ultron are essential for this one. The other 2 characters, War Machine and Human Torch, can be rotated out and still get you successful wins. At 265k, I don't know, but they can get you successful wins. Now let's get into characters that can replace those 2 as options that you can run your team. And that is, yes, Winter Soldier. Someone reported clearing this with Winter Soldier at a pretty low TCP. Now, it obviously wasn't the lowest number recorded. Other than that, that would have been the featured, but it was, I found it quite odd that he was there, so I threw him in. He's probably someone a lot of players do accidentally have a lot of stars on. Black Bolt, another character that can be used in Rocket. Rocket's been featured a lot in other people's footage, just not the lowest CP. Iron Man's been used, and Crystal's been used. In some cases, it's been reported that Crystal can replace Korath. She's just not as fast as him, and in some cases it seems like speed is gonna be necessary. There is a video demonstrating this challenge very well, and if I can, I'll put it on the corner screen, or I'll link it down in the description if I can find that video. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to search it up. And it's very helpful for this challenge. It really helped me with this challenge. Now, personally, I did not use War Machine or Human Torch. I used Black Bolt and Rocket were my two, as Rocket was featured in a lot, and I already had Rocket built up from, you know, previous months ago. I don't know how long ago now, guys. So yeah, there are your variants. Moving on. Next up, the Orb Frag challenge that takes global characters only. And this one shapes up this way. Shuri, Falcon, Ultron, Scientist Supreme, Magneto. As you can see, Magneto has the red border. He can't be switched out. Now this one's being recorded done at 242 TCP. There is one being reported less than this. The only reason why I featured this one and not the other one is because this other team has only been reported by once, and the character that shows up has only been reported by one person, as where this team's been featured multiple times and Magneto's been featured multiple times. But that team is, just in case you guys want to give it a try and maybe report to me how accurate it is just replacing Magneto with Mr. Sinister, and that's been recorded at 230k. And a lot of times, sometimes I get a little skeptical, especially when a new character gets added in that's not featured anywhere else, and the TCP is much lower. And that's the main reason why I'm a little skeptical in this one, how accurate it is. But like I said, if you guys want to give it a try and then report to me, please do so, as I like to get accurate feedback. And if this one does hold up, I will definitely put this one as the featured one and move the other one as an alternative. Next up, Medical Supply Run. This one takes Brawler and support characters only. This is the one that got changed up recently. This is the one that someone just a few days ago shared in my Discord, and it definitely smashes the record. And because of the characters being used, I fully believe that this is accurate information. So, the characters featured: Symbiote Spider-Man, Scientist Supreme, Shuri, Minerva, and Ebony Maw. And yes, I know in some cases you guys are like, these are legendaries that I'm nowhere close to getting. Trust me, I've been playing the game for over 600 days, and I was over 600 days when I cleared the last of these challenges. Trust me, it's not something you're going to be able to do right away, but as power creep and more resources become available, you can get there a lot faster than 600 days. But anyways, this team's being reported the lowest at 264. Now the alternative, which was previously recorded as the best, which basically just switched out the two characters on the end, was with Nick Fury and Captain Marvel, and that was 284 TCP. Now you can see how big of a jump that made, but because Symbiote Spider-Man and Ebony Maw are both characters that are more in the meta, and definitely a power creep Nick Fury and Captain Marvel, so that's why I said it makes it much more believable. The other team, so if you're someone who's been playing, you got your Symbiote Spider-Man going, you're on pace to get Ebony Maw, that is probably your best bet for the Medical Supply Run. Next up, Ability Enhancement Challenge. This one can only be done by controllers and protectors. The recommended team is Hela, Loki, Invisible Woman, Scarlet Witch, and Mordo. And this has been recorded being done at 246 TCP. Now there's only one more variant of this that it's been recorded that's similar to what you guys see here, and that is with Star-Lord replacing Invisible Woman, and that's at 270k TCP. So you guys can see the massive difference Invisible Woman brings to the game. And trust me, I personally have not built up Invisible Woman myself, so she is a skippable character, but she makes so many other things in this game easier that you'll need her for, that you probably shouldn't skip her if you want to get things done the easy way. Moving on, next up, the Training Day Challenge. This is for cosmic characters only. Yes, probably some of the most powerful characters in the game have the cosmic tag. What's up with that? And now this one features Loki, Hela, Star-Lord, Minerva, and Mordo at 288k. So this one's more of the tougher challenge so far. There is one team that's reported doing this lower, but two of the characters that replace Loki and Mordo in this combination are only show up on one person's thing, and it seems weird that these two are only mentioned there at lower TCP. At least I'm a little skeptical sometimes of people being honest and transparent. Not saying that they're not, but I always take everything with a grain of salt, especially when it seems too good to be true. And that is replacing Mordo and Loki with Rocket and Groot, and that is recorded at 269k CP. So once again, guys, if you guys at home want to test that one, you're around that same power level, please let me know how it goes. I would like to be able to verify this information if it is correct, and that is doable as the most efficient way. And yes, guys, that is the end. That is the most efficient teams for clearing the challenges. Like I said in the intro, I will be updating this as soon as the new tiers are dropped, and there's enough data reported that what teams can clear, because I'd like at least 3 data points on each one before I say, okay, this is the definitive one. And yes, I know a lot of whales are going to clear it right away, and that's not going to represent what can actually be done at the lowest and most efficient point, but it is a good starting point, and that's probably what I'll be using first. And I'll be sharing that on my Discord, as I want more time to pass before I share it on a video publicly for thousands of people to see. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here or have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss any Resource Management 101 videos, as there is more to come, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.